Welcome back, my dear students of class 10th. Dear student, let me introduce myself. I am Rajendra Rai, biology teacher from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. My dear students, we have discussed about the Mendel's monohybrid cross, contribution of the Mendel in the heredity in genetics. We have also discussed the Mendel dihybrid cross and gene, that is the factor, its importance. And on the basis of the observations, on the basis of the experiment done by the Mendel, he proposed his laws, and the laws of the Mendel's, they are called as Mendel's law or laws of inheritance. So my dear students, let us discuss about the Mendel's law of inheritance. There are three laws. Mendel's proposed three laws. Number one, that is the law of dominance. Number two, that is the law of purity or law of independent assortment, and number three, law of segregation. So these three laws that proposed by the Mendel. My dear student, let us explain these laws with the help of the experiment that he did. Dear student, let us start the experiment that he did. He taken the single trait in the monohybrid cross, and that trait was, take the example of this capital T and small t, and he taken the cross among it. First step, gamete formation takes place, and in second step, the cross in between the gametes. So let us start this. It will cross either with this or with this. This is the and this will be able to cross with this. This will be able to cross with this, and finally this will be able to cross with this. So it states that the gametes, they are independent to cross to any of the opposite gamete. There is no any limitation, and the result is capital T small t, capital T small t, capital T small t, capital T small t. So this is the F1 generation. This is the F1 generation. Dear students, in F1 generation, although the progenies are hybrid, they are having both the genes. They are having the genes of the tall plant and they are having the genes of the dwarf plant. But in F1, all they are tall. All are tall, produced phenotypically. Not genotypically, but phenotypically they are tall. My dear students, this proposed the Mendel's first law, and that is the law of the dominance. First, that is the law of dominance. Law of dominance here, that is proved by this experiment that in F1 generation only the dominant character are expressive, while the recessive characters, they will not expressible in the F1 generation. My dear students, this law says that the always good quality, always good character, always good trait will be the dominant in the F1 generation, and that character will be expressive in the F1 generation. That is the law predicted by the Mendel as the law of dominance. My dear students, this is the first law of the Mendel that is proved by this monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross and trihybrid cross and so on. Dear students, this is the first law of Mendel that is the law of dominance, which states that in F1 generation the dominant characters will be expressive and the dominant characters will be which character that will be the good for the species, that will be the good, having the good quality for the longer survival of that species on the earth. Therefore, dear students, let it know the first law that has been proved in the F1 generation only by the experiments that done by the Mendel, and this is called the Mendelism, as it proved the first law of the Mendel. My dear students, come to the F2 generation. Take the example of this capital T, small t, capital T, small t, in the consideration for the cross that is taking over, and the gametogenesis takes place. Now come to know that the second that is the capital T small t, capital T small t, capital T small t, these gametes will be formed. And my dear students, always these gametes will be the pure, because these gametes, they don't have any influence of this hybridization. When the gametogenesis takes place in F2 generation, then the gametes, they will be pure and they will be independent to the cross to any of the opposite gamete, any of the opposite sex gamete. So my dear student, we take two plants, one is male and one is female. Suppose this is male and this is female, androecium and gynoecium. So two parts are here and gametogenesis takes place. So this female gametogenesis here, male gametogenesis here, and all the gametes are pure. They don't have any influence of the recessive character in them. So this is the law of purity. Law of purity means they are pure and they are independent to cross to any of the gamete of the opposite sex. Independent assortment. They get assorted by themselves, combining to any of the gamete of the opposite sex into the F2 generation. So my dear students, this is the second law that is going to prove by the Mendel experiment whether that is monohybrid cross or dihybrid cross. And this law says that in F2 generation, when gametogenesis takes place, the gamete produced by the hybrid male, that will be pure. They will be not having any influence of this recessive character in them or dominant character in this. So this is the law of purity, and they will be free to combine to any of the opposite gamete. They will be free to combine any of the opposite gamete like this. So the result will be the capital T, this one capital T, small t, then small t, and then this capital T, small t, Therefore, my dear students, third law says that is the law of segregation. This is the third law and that has been proved by the result that got into the F2 generation. This is the F2 generation, and this law of segregation is stating that the pure form and hybrid form, pure form gets segregated when the next generation come in the existence. Therefore, dear students, this as a result of this law, this pure plant, pure tall plant, this will be the pure tall, pure dwarf, and this will be the hybrid talls. ये होगी. This will be the hybrid talls. This will be the pure dwarf. This will be the pure tall. So the law of segregation says that in F2 generation, the pure forms get segregated. They get segregated by taking their own character, by combining with the dominant one, and they get segregated in the F2 generation. Therefore, dear students, these are the three laws of the Mendel which he has predicted as the Mendel's law of inheritance. My dear students, these law again it will be proved in the different experiments, and different experiments means the experiment done by the Mendel in the dihybrid cross, in trihybrid cross, and in polyhybrid cross. These laws proved in any type of the experiment, the law of dominance, the law of purity, or law of purity and independent assortment, and the law of segregation. It is proved in all types of the hybridization processes done by the Mendel. My dear students, after this Mendelism, I hope that you will be able to understand and explain these Mendel's laws by the help of this monohybrid cross. So, my dear students, let us check it again. Explain the Mendel's law of dominance. The Mendel's law of dominance says that in F1 generation, the dominant character will be expressive and the recessive character will be the non-expressive. Therefore, dear students, the good character that will be always dominant. This is the first law of the dominance, while others law which follows as. My dear students, come to the second question. What is the law of the purity? Dear students, the answer of this question is, the law of purity is that in the hybrid plants, when the cross between the hybrid plants male and female takes place, the gamete get formed, and these gametes are pure. They don't have any influence of the opposite sex gamete, like tallness and dwarfness. So, dear students, this is the law of purity that the Mendel stated it as, and the gamete that will be produced by the hybrid plant, that will be pure. And not only this, they will be independent to assert to any other of the gamete of the opposite sex. The gametes of tall plant, pure tall plant, that will be able to cross with the gamete of the dwarf plant of the female, and gamete of the tall plant of the female. So these gametes are free to combine to any of the opposite sex gamete. This is the law of independent assortment and law of purity. Now question is, how you can explain the law of segregation with the help of the monohybrid class? Now answer is, taking the monohybrid class, example of the monohybrid class, and taking the one trait, that is the tallness and dwarfness of the plant, the law of segregation proved by into the F2 generation that either in the monohybrid class, in dihybrid class, in polyhybrid class, that the tall plant and dwarf plant, two opposite, these are two contrasting traits, and these traits will be able to segregate themselves second generation onward, because taking by acquiring its own character, own pure character, and this is proved that the law of segregation that is happening into the F2 generation, whether that is in monohybrid class, dihybrid class, trihybrid class, and polyhybrid class. Therefore, dear students, you have to understand these three laws with the help of these experiment that is done by the Mendel. Dear students, come to the next topic that is related to this one, and you have already studied about the sex determination in human, and now come to know that the blood group which get inherited, how the blood group get inherited in the person, that person is having different types of the blood group. My dear students, the blood group are of 4 types in human, and that is A, B, AB and O. These are the 4 blood groups that are found in the human being, and these 4 blood groups are having different types of the antigen with them. For example, blood group A will have the antigen A, blood group B will have the antigen B, blood group AB will have the antigen A and B, and blood group O does not have any of the antigen. So let us see about the blood group in the human, that blood group A will have the antigen A, blood group B that will have the antigen B, and blood group AB that will have the AB. And that will be found into the pairs like this AB, IB, IA. So these are the, and blood group O that will have the antigen. They don't have the any type of antigen, IO, if you express it. So these are having the antigens. A blood group will have the antigen A, B blood group will have the antigen B, AB blood group will have the antigen AB in the pair form, and O blood group that will have the antigen nothing type of the antigen that will have by this blood group, that is O. Dear students, the Mendel's law, as per the Mendel's law, same thing will be here. This will be the homozygosity. But when the cross in between them takes place, whenever the cross in between them takes place, then the result will be the surprising, and the result will be something like that you can express in the other experiment like it. like it. Suppose IA, if the blood group A that is crossing with the mother of the blood group O, then what happens? See, IO, gametogenesis takes place, which results again IA, and this will be IO. Now see what Mendel's law says. Mendel's law says that this it will be with this, it will be with this will be with this, and this will be with this one. See the result. IO. Then IO, and this one again. So the hybridization that is taking place in this case, all will be the hybrid, and which one will be the blood group of the F1 progeny? Both will be the heterozygous. These both and these both. That will be the heterozygous, and the offsprings, these offsprings in F1, they will be the heterozygous of blood group A. So the law of dominance proved again here that this blood group A will be the dominant because of its own character, and blood group O that will be the recessive. So this blood group O that will be recessive in this F1 generation. And now take the example into the F2 generation. What happened here? You have to see it. Same thing with the blood group B, and same thing with the blood group A and B. If A and B will be crossed to each other, then the progeny will be the AB group. Therefore, my dear students, in the last episode of this digital video, you will be able to learn complete happenings, complete genetics of the human being, as the grouping of the blood in different stages, in different generations, and not only this, you will be able to learn whole thing about the sex determination in the next digital video. Therefore, dear students, for today video this is enough, and if you like this video, put a like. If you dislike this video, put a dislike. And if you like this video, please put your subscription. So subscribe my channel.